Can you use ChatGPT to file a patent? It's a smart question. If you've created something new, or you think you have, then the appeal is obvious. You want clarity, you want speed, you want to save money. But here's the hidden issue. Organizing an invention is not the same as protecting an invention. And that distinction is where a lot of smart people get into trouble. So in this video, I want to break down where ChatGPT can actually be useful, and where inventors start getting false confidence, and why people who will handle this the smartest usually come to the same conclusion. AI may help you think more clearly, but if you want real protection, you still need real patent strategy, and that patent strategy should come from a human. Let's start with why ChatGPT feels like such a natural fit for inventors. Most inventors don't start with a clean, polished invention summary. They start with scattered notes, half-formed explanations. That's where ChatGPT can be genuinely helpful. It can help you describe your invention more clearly, organize features and functions, outline different use cases, generate questions you should be thinking about, help you explain the problem your invention solves, and help turn a rough idea into something more structured. That part's valuable because clarity matters. So if you walk into a conversation with a patent attorney and you're able to explain your invention more clearly, that's helpful. So let's be fair here. Using ChatGPT to help you think through your invention is not foolish. It can actually be a very efficient first step. Here's the trap. ChatGPT is very good at producing language that sounds polished, complete, and intelligent. And that can be dangerous in the patent world, because polished language creates the feeling that real progress has been made. You paste in your invention idea. It may even give you something that looks formal enough to pass as a patent-related document. And now you feel like you're getting somewhere. But in patents, sounding complete and being protected are two very different things. Patent is not just about describing what you make. It's about making strategic legal decisions about what matters, what's novel, how the invention is framed, what prior art exists, what claims should be emphasized, and how to avoid boxing yourself in. That's not just a writing exercise. That's strategy. And strategy is where AI-generated text can make someone feel much further along than they actually are. So yes, ChatGPT may help you generate a cleaner explanation, but a cleaner explanation is not the same thing as sound patent positioning. This is where things get more nuanced. ChatGPT can help with wording. It can't replace judgment. It can't determine the full significance of prior art. It can't strategically draft claims the way that someone who has seen from experience how certain wording plays out later in patent prosecution, in licensing, enforcement, or other challenges that your patent may face. Because a patent application is not just a form you fill out, it's a legal asset. And the value of that asset depends heavily on how it's structured from the beginning. What's included, what's not included, how broad it is, how defensible it is, how useful it's going to actually be later. Getting the idea written down is not the hard part. The hard part is knowing what should be patented and how to position the invention so that you don't accidentally weaken your own protection. That's where experience matters. A weak patent strategy usually doesn't fail immediately. That's what makes it deceptive. It often fails later, perhaps years later. It may fail when you try to enforce it. It may fail when you try to sell your invention to a company. It fails when someone in the market gets close enough to your idea that you assume that you're protected. And then you discover that your coverage is weak, narrow, or poorly constructed. So the real cost of getting this wrong is not just the filing itself. It's the false confidence. That's what hurts inventors, because they move forward thinking the legal foundation is stronger than it really is. They start making business decisions. They start talking to companies. They start showing the invention around. They start exposing it. They start planning around patent rights that they might not actually have in the way that they think they do. And that's a very expensive realization to have later. Now, that doesn't mean ChatGPT has no place in the process. It does. I just want you to use it in the right role. The smart use of ChatGPT is as a preparation tool. Use it to clarify your concept, list the features of your invention, think through different embodiments or variations, organize how the invention works, prepare a cleaner summary before a consultation, identify smart questions for you to ask your attorney. By the way, don't use ChatGPT to send me a list of questions, because the real value is not that the attorney can just make your invention sound polished. The real value is that the attorney knows how to evaluate what matters. That's the part people only appreciate after they've seen what can go wrong. So if you've been using ChatGPT to think about your invention, that doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It probably means you're trying to be efficient. And honestly, that's what smart inventors do. But the sophisticated insight is this. A tool that helps you explain an idea is not automatically a tool that can help you protect it. That's the distinction. And once you see that clearly, the next step becomes obvious. When it comes time to make legal decisions and build the right foundation, that's where you only want help from a human. And in particular, someone who does this professionally. So can you use ChatGPT to file a patent application? You can use it to help you prepare. You can use it to help you think more clearly. You could use it to create better raw material. But no, it shouldn't be the thing you rely on to protect your invention. Because when the stakes are real, clarity is helpful, but strategy is what underlies what protects you. And if you're serious about protecting your invention in the right way, the smart step is to speak with me or a member of my team before you file, before you disclose too much, and before you make a move that you can't undo. Use ChatGPT to get clearer. Use Goldstein intellectual property law to get protected. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe. And if you want guidance on protecting your invention the smart way, give me a call.